I think it started.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I honestly even want to just show you. I'm going to go back out to my car while I'm talking and just show you. I have like um, I'm in the dark. I have a little like flyer thing, not a flyer, but, um, it,
Jenica, we lost you for a minute because the internet changes when you go outside your house. So we can't hear your audio. So we'll have to wait till you go back in your house. I don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, good. Okay. While you're
Yes.
getting that,
Okay.
Jenica, I'm just going to set this up for those watching the recording. So we just wanted to share some ideas of ways to get enrollments because with the boost, if you were to have like 5 enrollments a month, and again, until you are getting to like diamond, it's just super healthy. Now, once you start working with leaders, I think, it's a lot of your time is going to be going there, but we really want you to maximize the boost so that so you can earn enough that you can sustain continuing to build, right? And so we at least want you to enroll enough people that you're able to earn the full 500 of the boost. And so that would look like 5 people this month, 5 people next month, get the majority of those people on LRP, and then you're earning the boost. And that's an extra $500 is huge, right? When you're especially, and again, I just, one more time, I need to share this because it's so important to remember that until you get to gold, like it's a stretch and you're not getting paid for the time you're putting in. But once you get to gold, once you're earning your 1500 power of 3 and you've figured out and you're learning how to duplicate, you're creating that value, you're helping others, duplicate, that's where you really start making more comparable income. And with the boost, that's really going to help that. So just realize so many of you guys right now are in that stretching season and you have to have enough vision. You have to have enough belief, confidence in yourself, faith and trust in God, and to be inspired in the process. But as you keep growing, it will come. And eventually, once you start figuring out how to better duplicate with your leaders, that's where the multiplication comes. Because then now that you are doing it, they're doing it, and it just starts to multiply. So you have to keep focusing and learning until you get to that point. So with the boost, enrolling 5 a month, Jenica has been doing amazing. She's consistently been one of the strongest enrollers on our team and is also consistently bringing in new leaders and builders. It's been really awesome to see your growth, Jenica. So go ahead and share with us what
Okay.
a simple idea that's been working for you.
There's a glare, but, I don't know how you can see this without the glare, but
Okay, we can
basically,
see it. Feel your very
okay.
best. Yep.
Feel your very best. I've got the QR code to everything that's right here in this, and it's Foundational Wellness Reimagined. Um, and then I've just added these guys. This was from DMK, right? This right here. And then I added these guys down here. And then I have this little like energy, immunity, mood, detox, so detox support, hormones, gut, brain, and heart health, cholesterol and blood pressure, inflammation, digestion. That's just, so I have this on my table, Chelsea, and then it's just, and then I've got the products like right there, like on my table at the booth. And I can't tell you how helpful this has been. And I have the shopping cart right there. So then we just start having a conversation. The other thing that I have is I have the little tiny sample cups and I have VMG and people are just trying it. I have that. And then I also have on my table Recharge sample cups and people are trying that. And as they're sampling, I'm just explaining this is 90 ingredients. It's all your vitamins, your minerals. It's a superfoods blend in there and fruits, veggies, a little bit of a probiotic as well. So, and then they're trying it while I'm saying this. You just have to know some of the key things, but I think this would be really helpful for you to have on your booth with this code. It is the month 1. I don't say on here liver detox. If you wanted to brand it differently, you can. But it is the month 1 of the 90-day reset. And I just go through and I talk to them when I pull up Mito2 Max. I'm like, oh, this one. I'm like, This is our Mito 2 Max. It's our mitochondrial support. And I explain how mitochondrial dysfunction is rampant. Like most of us don't have really high functioning mitochondria. So I just explain that how this, like the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. So when you're waking your cells up, guess what? They're starting to repair, they're starting to recover. Like your body is responding in kind. I just explain what everything is. And then I've got this here. So then I have the Advantage and the Recharge also on my table. I also have the Deep Blue Stick on my table because I'm doing this at red light. And so people are going in for, all of the benefits of red light, but then they also have like a whole section of like the Pilates reformers and the power plates. And so a lot of times they're in there because of like pain and whatever. So they're trying the Deep Blue Stick, but it's been so easy just having this little booth. I got another lady today who was like, I want to do your 90-day reset. And it's just opening up my network. So I think this would be, anyway, you're welcome to strategize other things, but if you want, let's chat before tomorrow, or if it would be helpful for me to strategize with you guys on your call tomorrow, I'm happy to. But we can really target some specific products. And I think if you've got like just a snapshot of what it is explained in a QR code, that'll be really helpful.
Cool. That's amazing. I love that, Jenica. And can you just explain? So, can you just share the process just for those that are going to watch the recording really briefly? How much time you've been putting in, how you set this up. So you've been going to the red light therapy. You joined that thinking this would be a great target market. And I just want to point out, Jenica, like this is such an important thing that you're dialing in on who you want to serve and who you're going to connect well with, right? Which is other people interested in health. They have the money because they're investing in their health already at this place. So how did you get this set up just so this can duplicate with other people?
So I am a member of Red Light, and I actually did a class for I did like I met with Allison at the very beginning when I joined and said who I am and what I do, and would your employees be interested in doing a little lunch and learn to learn about some of the holistic health products that we have that are really making a difference. And they did. So that's how I got to know everybody, as I did like a lunch and learn for them. And from there, Allison is really supportive of people with like-minded kind of businesses that are growing their businesses. It doesn't take away from her at all. And she's like, yeah, you could totally do a pop-up, is what she calls it, like a booth, and let's just look at some time. So we looked at our calendars, and I have twice a week. Each week I go to Red Light and I'll do my own little booth, and then, I pack it up and go do the lights and go do the shaker plate, and I go do the workout and everything too. So it's been a really awesome way to meet new people, because they're all in there so kind of speaking back to your thing, like you've got you have a booth in an area where everybody's coming in to learn how to be, physically stronger or healthier, then that's an amazing audience, right? So is that kind of what you were wanting, Amy? It's been really actually very easy.
Yeah, cool. I think that's perfect. You kind of shared how are you starting the conversation? Like as people are walking by, are you saying anything to them? Or you say, hey, do you want to try is there anything you're doing to kind of pull them in?
Yes. I am asking them if they want to. So this is what I normally say. So I have my little sample cups. And so I'm kind of right by the entrance and exit. I'm like off to the side, but they see me when they come in and when they exit. And when they are exiting, I say, hi, do you want to try some electrolytes to kind of recharge after your lights? Because they've done a light session. And that most of people are like, oh, sure. Then they come to my booth. So once they're out in the booth and they're trying it, I'm just spouting some things off. I'm like, I go, do you currently purchase an electrolyte supplement? And I would say most of the people I talk to are a yes. Most of the people there are a yes. Every now and then there are people that are like, no. If they say no, I let them know, I'm just kind of guiding the conversation. I'm like, oh, I said, okay, well, most people don't realize that 75% of Americans are dehydrated. And, while they're taking, I'm like, this is just a really specific ratio of sodium to potassium. And then it actually has 4 of the most bioavailable types of magnesium. And they're like, oh, and I sampled the wild strawberry, and pretty much hands down today, I got a lady that was like, she kind of had a weird look and she had never tried electrolytes before. Most everybody else goes, this is really yummy. This tastes really good. And so we'll talk about, I have on my phone things that I can show right away. Like if they're like, oh, I buy Element or whatever. And I'm like, yeah. Does ours taste different? They're like, yours is less salty. And then I'll start talking about, most of them are way too high in sodium. And it's just, I just start a conversation, but they come in because there's a sample there. I'll show them on my phone, I'm like, well, ours is cheaper than Element. Ours is cheaper than the most common ones. And I'll kind of show them a comparison if they have one of those, right? And that's usually like today, somebody enrolled. I did have the PB Assist Plus, like the little pixie stick ones. And I let her try one of those today, this lady. And she's like, oh, I've been wanting to get a probiotic for my kids. I think right on the spot, she just enrolled with a probiotic. I just barely met her. I didn't even have a long convo, but it's just like, I'm getting these enrollments because I'm there and they're there. The other thing that I have samples of is the VMG. So I have 2 kinds of samples. So usually I ask them first about the electrolyte because they've just done the lights, and it's just an easy way to be like, do you want to rehydrate? And then once they're doing that, I'm like, you can try our VMG, and I just tell them it's, vitamins, minerals, grains, I let them know it's methylated. And I usually will speak to like, did you know that like it's almost half of the population has the MTHFR gene. So most people, when I talk to about that, do not know what that is. And I explain a little bit that just it's so common that people's bodies are not fully absorbing B vitamins, and that can lead to mood disorders and different things. And most people don't even know they have it, and that ours is a methylated form. So if you're half of the population that doesn't have that genetic mutation, or the half that does, either way, you're going to be covered. 100% of people will be able to absorb it. So then they're trying that. But those are the things I sample. I do have the advantage there. I have pictures of like before and after pictures of people because, and they're like, right. I like have this on the side of my table, and then the table goes off here, and I just kind of put the image here. It's in a sheet protector, and it's like hanging down. So everybody's eye sees these before and after pictures, just ways to kind of like bring them in.
Conversations.
And then the advantage is another one that a lot of people are buying. They're like, I want to get that. And I just, on the other side of my, where is it? I've got this on one side, and then as they come and look, I flip it over and I tell about all the different other ingredients that are in here. And the majority of people I talk to at Red Light are taking a collagen supplement. So it's just been really easy because they're like, whoa, I just let them know the differences. And so I feel like those would be some good offerings for your table. They're like engagement. If you can get someone to come in and try something, then they're sitting there for a minute and you can talk to them.
I love that, Jenica. That's so helpful. And I think even just having that, like the recharge comparison one, just even printed off so it's easy right there would be good too. But I love the before and afters. Sarah just posted another updated one of her year mark. And I was like, holy cow, it's crazy how much she's one of the ones in that before and after. I don't know if you have that one, Chelsea, but Jenica, if you'll share those, her before and afters are so crazy, like from the collagen. It is amazing. And I think that would speak to a lot of people, like really cool. So anyway, well, I think that's great for today. We got some good product training, and I'm sure you're also saying, the fresh ginseng is so awesome to help give your body more energy, and the baobab to help your cells actually stay hydrated longer than a regular electrolyte because of that extra boost there, anyway, but just all those key pieces that are just enough that get people like, oh yeah, I didn't know.
The fresh ginseng. I don't really say the baobab too much, but I do say the fresh ginseng. I do tell them it's liposomal technology. It uptakes into your cells 200 times more than it would. They're like, oh, so just kind of knowing a couple of those key points makes all the difference, I think. Did you want me to share any screenshots, or not screenshots, but did you want me to share any photos, Amy? We were talking about showing.
Yeah, maybe just when we send out the recording, let's just, for time's sake, I think, what do you think, Jenica and Chelsea? You guys kind of can decide.
I would say drop them in the leader page. After with the recording. if you can drop them there, that would be amazing.
Okay, then
Yeah, or
I'll
just send it out to people just because well, I think a lot of people would actually benefit from hearing about this. So,
yeah. They're just the slides that we got from Andy's. Remember Andy did a thing on
yeah.
his training, Wednesday training, where he was just showing different. So Kyle Kirschbaum, one of the things he's doing is he's duplicating, enrolling 5 people and inviting all 5 of them, but anticipating that 3 of them will be willing to host a class where they're opening up their market, right? And then you're speaking to those people and you're showing all of them how they can make 500 residual income, right? So that's why they're also motivated, like, to do that. And so it just keeps repeating, and you're at almost 500. I think it's just shy of 500 month 1, just from fast starts. And I guess that's it from fast starts, right? Oh, and then by month 2, your $50 power of 3, what was power of 3 bonus kicks in. Anyway, I can show those, but it's very clear. Like, I think I've shown you before, Chelsea, but those images and just really understanding how to speak in really simple ways. Like, if you do this each month, here's how much you'll be making, right? I think that clarity is going to open the eyes of people that are wanting to make a little extra money, or maybe they're like, man, I want to do the 90-day thing. How much money am I going to be spending? You're like, yeah. If you're open to sharing with some of your people, I bet you have friends that would also benefit from it. I'd love to come speak to them, and then we'll just put on your referral link. Jessica at Red Light, she's already invited 2 people and has 2 more people that are interested. And she's like, can I use my link and get more money? So she's super excited. Keep doing that, because she's committed to doing the 90-day. So you can just show people some of those things. But I think the real key is to be able, once we understand it really clearly, obviously, first, like, personal understanding of the boost. But once you understand it, really speak to it with the people that you're talking to and all of your leaders, so that they're doing it, because it is very duplicatable if we are just getting in front of, enough people. And his model is literally 5, just enrolling 5 a month. So it's not like, it's not such huge numbers, but if you just duplicated that, right, you get to that. With the boost, the 1500 level power 3 now is with the boost. So that's going to take just consistency for a few months. Because once you're at 1200 in organizational volume, you're going to get that boost, and that's 1750 now. So
Yeah.
Pretty exciting.
So awesome. Yeah, it really is. It's huge. It's a really, really big shift in our comp plan that is going to open up so much if we can teach people how to duplicate it and focus in on it. So I'm super excited. Thank you, Jenica. That was amazing. So inspired by what you're doing and the growth you're having. And I know you just had a ton of people experience doTERRA last month that flew in, like, just so many good things happening on your team. So way to be leading out and making such an impact. So awesome. Thank you guys for getting on. So good to connect with you, and praying for you ladies, and so excited for what's coming with all these changes. I think it's just going to open up a lot, help people so much in the business, to be more motivated and to be able to keep more focus here. So have a blessed day, you guys. See you later.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.